Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I'm OP, and in today's episode we'll be going over some of the best highlights from today's LPL 2024 Spring Split matchup. Without further ado, let's dive straight into the action.
Player and you say, who would you do that with? I mean, Clearlove has Sejuani one, by the way, so he already has that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that'd be fun. I'd enjoy that.
Little bit of a shout out there. I think, what else could I think? I was actually telling you,
Caps on Vayne.
Caps on Vayne, that would be funny. Faker on LeBlanc.
Meteor on bot lane.
That's a really good one, yeah. Making out like the K2 asteroid, trying to cause an absolute disaster and the extinction of hope down here as ChàO cashes in. LWX dead to right, ChàO just about alive. They'd love to get another auto onto MÜNG. Finally over the line into a flash out. Meteor does it with style.
Oh, great stuff. That was such a weird dive because I was about to say, like, I mean, she's a support, but is that going to be true? Bertel, he might be a master of great music. Might, however, be silenced a little earlier, but the flash will get him out just fine. The speaker system cuts off just briefly, and the plates go down on top side.
Do indeed, and everyone around actually also with 5 grubs to RNG's name as well. They're going to do a lot of damage.
I want the record to show that everyone else also thought it was Baby Shark that you were saying.
Oh God.
It was that bad, Sam.
I just wanted to, I remember you saying we want to be a bit careful with things like, you know, those DMCA checks on the audio is a fight actually occurring. So
ChàO has ult, has flash. This is at least one kill. Way's going to die. Can they chase for more?
But be careful, remember, Breathe has no flash actually, so enough musing about the finer points of casting and more about the last breath of Breathe.
Well, if Bertel's putting up the propane nightmares, Breathe. So it's actually a song by Prodigy, and that one's been silenced too. Breathe's a great song, by the way. I think it's on the Fat and the Land album. So we got ourselves a bit of a weirdly EDM song play. LGD, they let the second dragon go over and say, let's get gold before that first big fight comes in, but now they're caught anyway.
Oh, fantastic ult on him. ChàO is down. That means the stacks are dead as well. Fortunately for him, at least he cashed in earlier, but this is still going to be a lot of stacks lost. Junjia does as well. Breathe pick up too.
LGD.
And I think Meteor could be in trouble here if he doesn't back right. I think he's okay. Breathe's not going to face check him.
I think Meteor might look to kill him. He's just used all of his regular abilities as a chance for us to come out.
Coming as well. Oh boy.
No, so now Meteor's overstayed.
No.
Now he should have just recalled. Now he's going to potentially blow his flash. He has his ult as well. He doesn't use his get over the wall, and he might just die here as well. Awful turn of events for LGD. They decided not to fight towards that dragon. They end up not retreating well. They lose 3 members from it, and LGD, from what I praise is a good play, for basically saying, don't fight, in my mind, the correct play.
Oh, Angry just a little bit disappointed. Maybe a bit of a turnaround here. The violence comes on through the whirling death. It's a cash for ChàO and LWX goes down. Now MÜNG in danger. Does have the Unbreakable will pop. Over the wall comes Way. Will claim the life of the Draven, but it's already too late. The cash-in happened. What happens at the end of this as the charm comes on through Way? Does not have the Crescent Guard, so does go down. And Bertel picks up a second kill. And LGD punch back.
Bertel comes to play on the Aatrox. This has been the LGD champion for this split. If they win, it's through Bertel's Aatrox more often than not. Breed still on this top side. I don't think you can realistically get much done here. The World Ender has gone off, but he's just getting himself a safe recall. We've seen this a number of times on both sides now. Harold's going to go down. LGD, they get themselves... Wait, he's going to spot him on the sweeper.
He's going to try and jump on them. This could still be really scary. There's a lot of damage back. Meteor has got the collateral damage, trying to get towards the blast cone, cannot do it, and Breathe just sticks around and does what Meteor tried to do, but...
And up like this is exactly what we were worried about. You can flash for a Q3.
Oh, and just murders him. And now Bertel with that speed boost begins to run away. The teleport comes on through, tagging him with a bit of a speed buff himself as LWX is here. Over the wall he goes, but that just should be a ult over the wall for LWX. He would love to secure the kill and does so. So it becomes the 1-for-1. Teleport's popped, of course, but it is still big.
There's no early soul points from either of these teams. Big damage items in from both sides now, though. Breathe does not have himself the Muramana just yet.
ChàO's on vision but doesn't know it, so the Ahri is exactly where they expect him to be. There's a hook going forward, but Way now turns it around. Big damage onto the Nautilus who dies. The Dragon secured. Now the charm is pretty solid. Knock up on the Way, but he's got a Crescent Guard running. MÜNG now trying to get back as well. Bertel on the flank trying to go forward, trying to get some damage on to the Alistar who flashes on forward, getting LWX to the backside, but he doesn't get that much value. What are you doing? Now Ahri begins to fly with some more of the resets. Flashing away, still trying to trade out. ChàO picks up an axe and begins to continue wailing on him. That Kraken Slayer damage alongside Ahri just resetting on everybody brings LGD to a big point of power.
ChàO walks away with a triple kill and 10 dark. That's huge damage on their team.
I think we're starting to see the issue as well as the front line is just not as tanky as you'd like. Needlessly large rod pulled in for ChàO, but we'll talk about that in a second. His Bertol in a 1v2 versus his 2 opposite solo laners. Trying to play this without, and all the while, Baron's being started!
So they do have double TPs on the solo lanes, but they need to be able to kill Bertol quick enough that they can get towards the play. 4,000 HP on the Baron. Can they get the steal?
Now they're teleporting in. It might be a little late. It's a decent headbutt pulverized now. He can get into the pit to try and steal this one out. The fight back is pretty good. ChàO over the wall doing his best. LWX follows though, and that'll be all of the stacks disappearing. Baron secured. But what about the fight afterwards? Meteor trying to quick draw his way to safety. ChàO though just unleashes. He's 1v3. Nearly murders them all. Doesn't quite have the DPS.
But as he dies, the Baron buff goes with it. Bertol not there to be the destroyer. LWX almost towards Nash's. That will be W Evolve ChàO. No flash. They're looking for the fight. Anyway, Jinzhao caught.
Boy, that's so much damage from so long away. Meteor steps forward to throw an auto away that does just nowhere near enough.
And also worth noting as well, Ming, Wei, they both have their ultimates coming up shortly, or at least Wei has his to complete the duo from that. While this is happening, the range advantage from RNG becoming all too low.
As indeed, Wei can still be difficult when he's still got the Crescent Guard. There's the hook turnaround to begin to throw people away.
Oh, it's another flip, folks.
It's going to be another flip. Smell the burgers in the air, the frying onions. Who the hell has got this order? Already the jungler's dead. The flip was never a flip in the end. It's a gourmet meal served up by LGD. The turnaround, though, might end up with a second course that is much more RNG favored. ChàO needing to think about backing away, splitting up from the rest of his team. Bertol on a flank looking to try and get something down. The decent stand aside there doing some work. Bertol can still get on the backside onto LWX. Cannot ult out of danger right now. Down to 20% HP as ChàO has got a second charge of the ultimate to run with. Continues to throw damage out onto this Kai'Sa who needs to stay away. Bree throws out a huge shock blast though, and the range discrepancy in the spacing proving too difficult. Void Seeker lands, will not be taken forwards. LWX still with that killer instinct, can still look to go forwards. RNG back in force, can look to continue trading. ChàO stands and delivers so much damage, trying to trade on out. Flash away from Ming's headbutt pulverize, gets 2, but it's not enough. Meteor trying to run over the wall and will survive for now, but already they lost a couple. Look at ChàO on the flank. Has he got anything to work with? There's just no ultimate yet. The health bars are low, but I don't think it's 1v3 low.
Charm.
The Charm goes wide.
Ah, man, ChàO can't end up really delivering anything left in that end of that team fight. 2 Baron buffs surviving as opposed to the 0 from the last one. RNG, once again, proving that they can stand toe-to-toe in terms of damage against LGD. The gold advantage here for LGD, it's not always as apparent as it seems. Dragon, of course, ignored during all this. There's a chance we get another fight, and that's why we're teleporting back in. The Dragon's the prize if big kills come down.
Flash away, another Q, lads. Just out of range of the accelerated shock blast, and this is where things get dicey. The thing is, the Kai'Sa as well, beginning to transition towards more APs. That'll be another.
LWX outplays just about, and as we come back to live, 1-for-1 as Breathe dies, but ChàO also goes down.
Potentially very significant. Breathe has been a huge part of just the amount of damage. ChàO hit with the Void Seeker there. Needs to be a bit afraid. I think LWX could pull the trigger, but
we have some very proud players in the LPL, so it has turned itself into a tense affair.
It has nearly a death cap for LWX, who has been behind the gold of this Draven for a little while. That's good Charm on the way. Got a Crescent Guard. And the other big ultimate down. Now Ming goes in, gets a big knock on the Meteor, but no one else. Remember, there's no ultimate left, so he's just dead. Shock Blast. Wide for once from Breathe, and it's just a clean pick.
This is the Game of Thrones, I guess. So anyway, Baron's been started back up, and if you play the Game of Thrones, you win or you die. This could be the death knell for the team that loses the next fight.
Down goes the Baron, and away they go. Jinzhao in a spot of bother, has to flash away. My God, it's Nautilus, but look at Bertol! Forced to flash out of Ming. Not onto that important target right now. It's ChàO. Flash for the charm, forces Tango to flash in turn. Big orb deception with the Bertol murders Ming finally. The reset is ChàO here! Flashes forward, stand aside, and eat axe! Decapitated in the mid lane.
I think that's a couple more atrocities to put onto this play. LGD get themselves a Baron. Finally, they get themselves out with a clean Baron. The first one, they lost 5 members. The second one, they lost 3. And in Act 3 of this play, LGD get out with a clean team fight and all 5 Baroned up members heading towards the Nexus.
Nothing left to be done. TRheden alone against the Baron up minion wave and enough DPS from LGD to end this one. It was, in the end, a close affair, but a snowballed Draven proved a little too hard to manage, especially once some of those picks began to happen onto the front line.
In a series, quite heavy AP in solo lanes and even recanting some as well. Incentivized going Mercury's treads and a couple of other things.
Carries to manage too.
This is such a risky composition.
Instead.
That he is. A whole lot of Ionia represented in this one. You see yourself, we are definitely going for all level 1. Jinzhao, can you get caught?
Oh, that's not bad. There's a lot of damage back though. That Ricard goes so The damage back on Dominguez Future makes it a 1-for-1, but the first blood went the way of Nautilus compared to Xayah picking it up on the other side.
And I feel like you take the goal invade as well. Use that wave crash to make sure that JinZhao can also come in. And you really looking for a dive
here? We go.
Ming no flash.
Tried to go forwards, haven't really taken tower aggro as yet. Now they have teleports coming on through, get to the final auto, LWX is dead and they're running away. Meteor needs to be a bit careful, does have the flash, but he's already managed to hop out, and actually that's a teleport and a kill. So
it can be such a big threat to LGD. Feels like RNG, they're playing through artillery, they're playing through multiple shots coming out of the howitzers later in the game. LGD are much more about a shotgun, one big fight.
Manages a ward hop forward onto a minion, now trying to back away. It's a good knock-up, flash forward from LWX. Goes running as well, there's no real way for ChàO to get out to safety, another auto would do it, and they claim the life of the Xayah.
So, kill towards the Jinx. RNG, if they important for them, does leave ChàO alone on this bot side. It means that potentially with level 6 from Ming, that ChàO could be in trouble. He'd have to blow ult for ult. Feathers pulled down.
Ming gets a staggering blow. The damage back is decent, but it's not enough to get the kill. And ChàO gets to stay on the tower for now, I think. And now, actually, JinZhao is here. LWX could be in a spot of bother. I don't think... ult. Yeah, the lack of ult definitely hurting there. Worth noting as well, Kindred did not take all the grubs. In fact, only took the one, interestingly. Coming over here, they want to fight for this dragon instead, which is still up. They can go over the wall! Can't quite get the smite. Was definitely in the pit that way. Remember, no flash can get over the wall, though. Had the ward just...
Not always had the most stability as a pro player. He came in to, be this person who could potentially be the replacement for ChàO, who breathe. 2v2 topside.
Gonna get a 1v1 split apart here as Meteor and Wei trading on out. Gets kicked away. The flash forward from Birdle, though, means the Breeze's in danger! And a hop forward claims a kill for Birdle. The rocket comes flying, but it is wide. HUYήν is here to no avail. And LGD pick up a kill on the top side.
Birdle pounces. Wei tries to make it into an even 2v2, but he can't get the damage done onto both members. HUYήν misses out. Wei flash, but misses the Q. Slick sidestep by Birdle. As in the grand scheme of things, a conversation about how Kindred gets a lot of value from for Marks. Birdle doesn't have ult. He probably won't have a health bar soon after this. He's stopped from recalling and he's
wave.
Turret, but there's no wave. You're absolutely right. Birdle's still stuck under here. But what's the response from LGD? Can they cross map? They're potentially looking towards mid lane, but while this is happening, Birdle is almost certainly dead top lane. What happens on the rest of the map? Looks like it's a mid lane turret push, no kills.
That's a solid rocket belt over. Tries to get towards the wave and does a bit of DPS, but there's no real way to go out. They're still going to get first turret in the bot side from ChàO, who
and mid lane as well.
For free, and in the mid lane, you're absolutely right. That goes down as ChàO and Meteor there managed to do that one. They might trade for a tier 2 top side at least, though.
So Breathe kind of showing his experience and saying that, look, I'm just going to walk away from this mid lane out of turret. No sense me dying. RNG, though, they have the Herald. So when it comes to this, inner turrets are worth more gold. ChàO is walking towards bot side, though, as well, and gets some good chunk damage onto that bot lane. You know what? We are fully armed and ready to go.
These Arsenals are definitely hot and ready to be pulled. The primed power of these teams pretty high at this point.
So look to see where the hook lands. It's going to land and miss just there. And the next thing we have to look out for is what's going to happen with the equalizer. If it tags onto the backline, that could be enough space LGD can buy. Dragon being started.
It's not bad. Onto the backline, splits it up. The Dragon secured. Now Wei in a difficult position, tries to ward up over the one, fails it. He's dead. That makes it another kill and a mark to Kindred. That's 4.
Okay, so mark over to Kindred. Perfect. We talked about the equalizer and why. Why, if you're not going to pick a front line, that equalizer has to have big value. It does right there. The backline has to back off as Wei goes in for the steal. Much easier to go into the enemy jungle and put down wards. You can see that currently, RNG, no wards across the river. I think they have Scuttle Crab taken in topside, but no wards across the other side of the map. You can see that LGD, they're starting to get those now. So LGD, they're going to have a bit of better map pressure. HUYÍN needs to be in a bit careful here. He might have to. Meteor jumping forwards.
He's still in danger.
Late.
There's going to be another Q available, and it's just a kill back. The Spiraling Despair comes through, and ChàO will pick that kill up. That was pretty easy, frankly.
ChàO, one of these rookie players in LGD, both him and ChàO coming up and making a mess of a lot of the LPL. Their own points. Wei misses out his Q. Meteor can really start to threaten now as well. Wei needs to be careful. Kraken Slayer, Steel Caps, it means that Meteor pretty good at shrugging off some of that damage and turning around a lot in turn. Now, all 3 out of
2 on this Jace might well turn into a win condition, but with the jungler on the other side of the map, LGD just say, let's just test this. We've got double AD carry and a Karma. We can do this real fast.
Okay, it's still kind of dangerous, though. They are fish in the barrel. Ming, flash, ult. He can start things off well.
He's not here in time. It's going to go down. Oh my god, that rocket got close. Not enough, though. They're going to be the secure. Now, what about the fight afterwards? There's the Lamb's Respite that buys time. The Spiraling Despair is going to be buffered out from that one. It's into the backline. Goes JinZhao on this Rakan. And it's going to be a 1 for none right now. The aren't great. ChàO flashes forwards, does get the kill. Trying to back away. avoiding the severing bolt. What about the fight at the back end of this? Is Meteor being run down by the Jinx? He's very excited. HUYycz body blocks, but the Sonic Wave lands, and RNG punish at the Baron.
ChàO just about gets out. He flashes forward, gets an assassination onto Breathe.
Being pretty valuable. All the while, though, we've got to keep our eyes on how the game plays. Into the air goes ChàO, who had way jump towards, but now he's actually rooted in place. Now Meteor can step forwards, huge amount of damage back, but there's no Lamb's respite. He's detonated because Ming was there to lock him in place with a staggering blow.
Wei and Ming, this godly duo of times past. They might not be making playoffs, but they... The other side, HUYycz trying to poke out with the Mantra Q, but let's see how quick this Baron goes down before the poke comes in from RNG and they get to return fire.
Teleport now flying. The equalizer comes along. It's not awful. It splits THOİNG up, but the damage onto Jinzhao is monstrous. The spiraling despair. The Lamb's Spike keeps him alive, but now they need to back away. The severing bolt not quite in, but the rocket lands. Ming now looking for a hook, and away LGD have to fly. Birdle trying to get out of danger, has got a blast go, but it locks way towards the rest of his team. And look at LGD's health bar, so they can stop Baron and Turk and RNG.
Yeah, the health bars are one thing, but look at the Baron's health bar. The range advantage wins out. Now LGD, they have to re-enter the pit. It's like Valorant, trying to retake the site, trying to defuse the situation.
There's a spike gone down straight through the heart of LGD after that one. It was a bit of a mess. Can try and come on over. The health bars from RNG on. Fantastic guy that HUYČ's teleported in himself. LWX resets, but the resets are through. Jinx gets excited.
3,000 health left on the Baron. There's a flash available from Meteor. Does he die before a chance to steal? He has flash. What do they do here?
Breathe just jumps over the wall to the sky, and the lungs are absolutely deflated though. And now the Baron damage. What's going on? Over the wall they go. Baron secured by Wei, but into the fire and flames they go. Wei trying to get a final kill, a final auto. Can't quite get it. Meteor gets that one. The resets begin to come on through. LWX died. THOİNG and Ming alone survived with the Baron. To fall with what remains of the Baron buff. That's plus 406, which is better than the other Baron power play. We saw it was minus 61, which I chuckled about briefly last time we saw that, and it's about all we can write home about for now.
So, rapid fire counter for Jinx, really, really important here, because you can just get those extra pop-off moments. Here comes Wei on the flank, has flash, he's going for it, but doesn't get it.
Does not, and the quickness on the other side puts Ming into a dangerous position. Will go 1 for 1, both supports traded. Wei though, so low, Rocket Bell comes across, not quite enough damage. Meteor on the other side going to get redemption back to high HP. ChàO jumped on, doesn't die, and the damage back is monstrous. Where the hell is LWX? He's running away to safety, but how far can they go? They've got to try and get towards the Hex Gates, but LGD know it as well.
They're trying to cut them off the pass. They get the Mantra Q over the wall. Blind Mantra Q from HUYČ. Can LWX make it out? The last surviving member of RNG. He has damage, but how much? Not enough. Meteor completes the clean. Needs to buy some time.
They're going to try and hold on best they can, but it's literally Ming against the wall. There's no wave clear until Breathe in 15 seconds. He's trying to get towards the wave. He's trying to throw down the Riptides in a prayer, but Ming is not going to quite manage. He's still pulling away people from the tower. They're still falling. Breathe. 5 seconds left. They've done it. LGD 2-0 RNG in the most bizarre of fashions. It has been a fist fight, a bloody back and forth, but it is LGD that prove the victors.